I am coming to you from a small little town in Oklahoma. It's called Duncan. And I was a little bit concerned about coming because of everything that's happening, And I thought, will it be safe? And is it the right thing to do? And is this what God wants me to do? And so I listened. And asked him to be very clear on whether I should be coming or not. And like with everything, if I keep doing what he asks me to do, I know I'm in the right place and he will give me the message I need to hear. And so today, while I was on the first airplane coming from North Carolina, I was just getting a little bit worried and thinking, gosh, more and more people are coming onto this plane, more and more people, but I think I'm doing the right thing. And suddenly, for no reason at all, a man 2 rows ahead of me stands up, and on the back of his t-shirt, in big, big letters, a young man, it says, "Be still, trust God." And I thought, ooh. Well, my verse for this year that I'm reflecting on the whole year is "Be still and know that I am God." That's Psalm 46, verse 10. Now, I have done this before, and I've reflected on the whole verse for a whole year and then a part of the verse. But this year it's all about the word know, K-N-O-W. So, know that I am God. So I texted this to 2 of my church friends, Alison and Christy, and they texted me back and said, well, actually, Pastor Kyle talked about that same verse today while he was giving his sermon. And I thought, oh, so I heard it twice. When I arrived at this lovely little place, it's absolutely precious, and on my bedside table I find this book. And being as curious as I am, I see there's a little tag, a little yellow bookmark, and I thought, ooh, I wonder what verse is left for me. And here it is. Imagine that, right where somebody had left it. And it says, "The world has changed enormously since I gave the command to be still and know that I am God." 3 times. Confirmation 3 times. I listened and God has spoken to me. So that's very exciting. And so I'm going to tell you the story again from this lovely Bible that Archbishop Desmond Tutu wrote. And it's about listening. And do we all listen as much as we should? I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time listening because there's so much noise. So this one is called Jesus Goes Fishing. And it's when God turns fishermen into disciples. And it's from the book of Luke, chapter 5. One sunny morning, Jesus at the edge of Lake Galilee. Let's try that again. One sunny morning, Jesus stood at the edge of Lake Galilee, teaching people how they could live with joy in their hearts. As he spoke, more and more people crowded around to hear. Jesus had to step into a boat owned by Simon the fisherman. Jesus sat down, and from there he began teaching people who had gathered on the shore. When he finished teaching, Jesus then said, "Let's go fishing." Simon replied, "Master, we've been fishing all night long and we didn't catch a single thing." Then he sighed, "But if you want us to try again, we will." So they took the boat out into deep water, and Simon and the other fishermen threw the nets into the sea. Soon they had caught so many fish that the boat almost began to sink. Amazed, Simon fell to his knees. "Master," he said, "I am not good enough to even be near you." "Don't be afraid," Jesus said. "Follow me, and you will not just catch fish, you will catch people for God." Simon and the other fishermen left their boats on the beach and followed Jesus. They became his first disciples. The prayer says, "Dear God, help me to follow you." So simple. A prayer doesn't have to be difficult, and listening can be actually incredibly rewarding. So what do you think? There are quite a few stories about listening. How good of a listener are you? Or are you always so busy? Or watching the box? Do you ever stop and listen? Can you hear the water? I'll turn the camera and you can see. It's a pretty little garden. And over there is the fountain. Oh, a gorgeous blue jay just came up for a drink. There's another one waiting in the tree. If we hadn't been listening, we would have missed this. It's a cardinal in the tree. Oh, sorry. It's a cardinal up in the tree waiting. It's absolutely quite magical. And everywhere I look, there's a little surprise. And I have a feeling that by being here, God has a message for me. And if I listen carefully throughout the next few days in this beautiful garden, it's going to become very clear. I'm excited. What do you think you might be listening for this week? What would you like to hear from God? Have you ever asked him a question about something and just then listened and spent a few days listening? Think about that. Think of a question you might want some information on. Because he always answers. Maybe not in the way we would expect, but he always answers. Always. Well, what can I say? I just want to sit back here and listen. But actually, here's the whole message that was in the book on my bedside table today. Let the dew of my presence refresh your mind and heart. So many, many things vie for your attention in this complex world of instant communication. The world has changed enormously since I gave the command to be still and know that I am God. However, this timeless truth is essential for the well-being of your soul. As dew refreshes grass and flowers during the stillness of the night, so my presence revitalizes you as you sit quietly with me. A refreshed, revitalized mind is able to sort out what is important and what is not. In its natural condition, your mind easily gets stuck on trivial matters. Like the spinning wheels of a car trapped in mud, the cogs of your brain spin impotently when you focus on a trivial thing. As soon as you start communicating with me about the matter, your thoughts gain traction and you can move on to more important things. I will put my thoughts in your mind. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you next week. I love you. Bye-bye.